Namaste, Jay Bharat. People often tease America, calling them as a world police. You find them interfering, dictating terms and conditions where wanted and also unwanted, not wanted. So America has got this title somewhere, world police. That's the negative comment, of course. The negative comment, of course. But then look at positively the situation in America, of America. They do have their vested interests. They do have their own interests, and they may not be even bothering about the situation of others. With all this, there's an aspect which one ought to respect. That is the security aspect. When you make America world police, they are also responsible for the security and and stability and lawful existence of many areas, many nations, many societies, many areas. This, of course, may be not really their direct interest. Their direct interest may be that their own nation is natural for them, natural for me. But this is a side product which is very wanted, very welcome, very needed in the present time. Now, they had been doing it in the Europe, NATO. These are all the instruments where they maintain harmony and kinds of things, authority. But in Asia, they had been experimenting with many people. Now, this, of course, is my perception. China was supposed to be emerging powerful, is powerful, is number two economy, has technological advantage, they're hardworking, they're a great economy and great technologically much ahead. All these things are true, but China has got a drawback. They don't have trustworthiness. So, not only America, anyone who could go close to China will be naturally skeptical and very unsure about what they will do next. So this credibility, the credentials credibility is not very transparent. That's a problem with US. But nonetheless, that's a problem with China. Nonetheless, after the 50 crisis of poverty, hunger, tears in China, the US multinational companies were investing, making China a hub of production because it's cost effective for them, and then getting to sell their brands as their brands, etc. So they were making mutual benefits profits. But then with this, China evolves as a giant, economic giant, just next to the US. Now, their unpredictable character, very hideous kinds of activities, create suspicions in the mind of not only US but for everyone. Now they are looking for possibly an alternative, should be, and smaller nations can't be an alternative. They really need a nation with much large population. So the shift is towards Bharat as it is, especially with the regime of Narendra Bhai, present regime of Modi ji. We have eligibility. So one thing with Bharat, no matter who ruled this nation, whether it is the nitwits of nitwit Congress or others or anyone, whether they were capable or not. After Indira Gandhi, not many people were capable, and as their leaders. Indeed, she was very powerful. That's a different thing, but only she, and even Nehru was not that capable. Then, if the nation of Bharat is under the hands of capable leaders, especially with Modi ji's, Modi ji and BJP has a background support, a very solid structure of Rashtriya Sevak Sangh, and they are always capable of making corrections whenever there are possible errors happening with the rule, etc. Because the only interest of Rashtriya Sevak Sangh is Rashtraya Swaha Idam Namama, which would mean nation first. All other things are secondary. So with the Sangha, Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangha, focused on nationalism. Other things are very secondary. They don't even religion that people mistake RSS of being a Hindu agency. Of course, I mean Hindu-oriented movements. Of course, it's Hindu, but being a Hindu is never at the cost of a non-Hindu. That has to be underlined in red letters. Being a Hindu is never at the cost of a non-Hindu, because Hindu by default is secular. Hindu has to be secular. This is the Hindu way of secularism, is Hindu default secularism, which is spontaneous outflow of the rational, very matured thought of Bharatiya Darshana, Bharatiya knowledge tradition. So we accept Nano Bhadra, Kartavoyantu Vishwada, these kinds of things let our minds. That of course is not the point in discussions. So long as the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh is functioning at the background, possibility of mistakes at the periphery level with BJP is not very likely in the serious sense of the time. There could be, but they will make corrections whenever it is required. So that kind of stability our nation has. But we are a nation which never attacked anyone. We are the nations who try our best to keep our words. At least or the world should understand we are honest to ourselves. And that kind of honesty you can expect from us consistently. We were not pretenders. We have not cheated. We were consistently honest with ourselves and also with others, and we have never attacked anyone else for whatever reasons in our entire history, from right from ancient times till now. We were never proactive in war, but we do react, and that reaction may be very serious or harsh. That's there. That capability we have, but then we'll stop when it is necessary. We don't carry revenge. We don't carry hatred. That's important. The Hindus don't hate others. Bharat people don't hate anyone. And we are not revengeful to others. We believe in coexistence of the multiple and plural. That's a Veda Upanishadic knowledge traditions, epistemology. We believe in the coexistence of the multiple and plural. So, it's possible for anyone, like especially like yours, who wants a kind of helper for peace or policing in the Asia, they will naturally look for us. I say this because the stealth fighter the US offered to Bharat, which they have not offered outside NATO. Asia they have not offered. Stealth fighter, of course, is supposed to strengthen our forces, and strengthening his forces is not for taking anything from anyone else. That's protecting ourselves. But then this ability to protect oneself is sufficient that people would listen to you when you speak the right things. People should not listen to us when we speak the wrong things, but when we speak the right things, listen to us. And for listening, to bring out some amount of evidence which is necessary, this kind of strength is absolutely necessary. You obey a strong person, and you don't care a weak person, and you don't take him serious. So this kind of strength is if through this kind of movement of the stealth fighters or some army, some arms, etc., military support, understanding support, etc. Once it is extended to Bharat from US, it enables us to be rather in charge. I would not call Asian police, rather be in charge of security and safety of this region, Asia Pacific region. So that's a distant possibility. It can happen, and as I understand me and my nation, that they will execute effectively without bias, without color, without stain, and with utmost honesty. So we shall meet again with some other thought. Till then, Namaste, Jai Bharat, Jai Shri Ram.